Olson, the junior right-handed pitcher, comes set and the 1-2 breaking ball swung on and missed for strike three. Pulled out the hook and McKenzie was way out in front of it, tried to keep the bat in there as long as he could, but it's a punch out nonetheless and a great way to get started here from Marty Tolson.
Right fielder number 7, Alvin Melendez.
Bounce back and get himself righted after Eastern Kentucky on the 22nd of February. He went 4 innings, gave up 5 hits and 1 run. His first pitch, Alvin Melendez grounds it over to third base. Jameson's able to scoop it up and throw it over to first, 2 away. Bring us to Justin Bardwell, the right-handed hitter.
Designated hitter number 11, Justin Bardwell.
Tolson in that first game at Longwood with up 3 earned runs in his 5 innings. Here's Justin Bardwell, and a first pitch fastball high for ball 1. Hawks taking game number 1 in this doubleheader, 6-4 in that first one. Tolson to rock the line in the 1-0. A high fly ball over into the left center field gap. Ranging back is Cordell. He's not going to get there. It dies just at the warning track, and thought about 3 with Bardwell, but he's going to stand over there with a 2-out double.
Third baseman number 12, Matt Terabek.
Tolson, the junior from Stafford, Virginia. A 2-year varsity letter with academic honors at Stafford High School. Now he's facing off against Matt Terabek. And a first pitch breaking ball outside for ball 1. Tolson standing tall, and is already on the first base side of the rubber. Finally comes set. 1-0 pitch, and breaking ball in the dirt, but able to be corralled by Andy Semo. So it's a 2-0 count, 2 down here in the top of the first inning, no score. Rams a runner in scoring position on Justin Bardwell. 2-0, club back toward the press box on the right side, brings off the executive club, and it's 2-1. So the Hawks able to snack that 8-game losing streak, move it 2-8 on the season. Two balls, 1 strike to Matt Terabek. And the pitch of fastball high, got away from Tolson, and it's now 3-1. On second, Terabek at the plate. Opponent's hitting .289 against Tolson thus far in the young season. So far, this will be his 3rd appearance. 3 wild pitches, so something to keep an eye on. Finally, after a brief pause, we'll find a pitch, the 3-1, a called strike. The runner goes off for third, and it sails out into left field. Bardwell's going to score, and just like that, Fordham is on the board yet again here in the top of the first inning. 1-0 they lead over Maryland Eastern Shore. Semo tried to gun him down at third, and the throw got past Jameson into left field. We'll go out and have a chat. It's still a full count nonetheless, 2 away. You have to wonder This ends up going the way of Maryland Eastern Shore. He'd love to have that throwdown back. Payoff pitch coming out as Tolson works out of the wind. Pitch. It's a slow roller over to short. Oxer has it, makes the throw over to first, and the Hawks are able to get out of the inning. But the errant throw by Simo behind the plate allows Bardwell to come in to score, and the Rams have opened up this ball game in the lead, 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. You're listening to Hawks Baseball on SFMSports.net. First inning, Hawks already trailing 1-0 against the Fordham Rams.
Leading off for Maryland Eastern Shore, shortstop number 2, Dylan Oxer.
First game of our doubleheader. Dylan Oxer leading off at shortstop. Blake Coleman second in left field. Batting third, DJ Doherty as the designated hitter. Batting fourth, Marcus Brown at first base. Devin Hancock in right field batting fifth. Joseph Quintal knocks down a strike against Oxer. Quintal so far this year with a 3.68 ERA, no record as of yet. This will be his second start of the season. And the 0-1 pitch on the way. Fastball catches the outside corner for strike 2. And it'll be Peter Jamison at third base batting 6th. Michael Worley catching batting 7th. Nick Rhodes at second base batting 8th. And Brian Cordell 9th in center field. Quintal able to get Oxer to foul one off on the right side out toward the parking lot, and we'll stay 0-2. Until that 3.68 ERA after giving up 3 earned runs. As the 0-2, same pitch, same result. Fastball that's fouled away by Oxer, and we'll do it again. To Oxer, and a chased breaking ball, and an early strikeout for the Fordham Rams. Joseph Quintal is able to pick up his first punch out of the ball game. Quintal pitched pretty well against Texas A&M back on February 15th. He took the loss in that game, but he pitched 4 innings, 2 hits, and gave up 1 run. Bedford, New Hampshire. As the 0-1 to Blake Coleman, a chopper to short. McKenzie has it in his glove, flings the first in time. Here's 2 away. Moves to the designated hitter spot in the number 3 home, DJ Doherty. Joseph
Now
Quinton
back to
leads
the
the
box, designated
Atlantic 10
number
on
26,
rookie.
DJ Doherty.
Made 16 appearances as a freshman on the mound. Pretty impressive. He started just one of those games, though. He was 1-0 with a save, 3.14 ERA. He pitched 28 2/3 strikeouts. As the first pitch to DJ Doherty, it's a fastball right down Broadway for strike one. Working quickly now, the 0-1 pitch. Fastball this time catches the inner half, and it's an 0-2. Two clubbed right back to the mound. Quintal able to grab it, snag it, throw it to first, and a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Fordham Rams as the sophomore looks very strong coming out of Bedford, New Hampshire. We head to the top of the second inning. Fordham on top, 1-0. You're listening to Hawks Baseball on SFMSports.net. Outside for ball one. So for Tolson, not too bad of a first inning. Just had to work around that double, two-out double from Justin Bardwell. It's the 1-0 pitch. A high skyscraper out in the center field, but it barely forces Cordell to make a move as he ranges just to his left, snags the glove, puts the palm on it as it's one away. Seen a lot of the defense so far for the Hawks in both of these games.
Center fielder number 32, Billy Godric.
Ben Marshall able to pick up 3 strikeouts in his 6 innings, but it was mostly help from the defense. Best way to preserve a pitcher. As the first pitch from Billy Godric lays a bunt down the third base line. Jamison able to scoop it up, charging in, makes the throw to first in time for out number 2. Godric trying to catch everyone off their line, but Jamison playing that corner pretty effectively at third base.
Catcher number 14, Andy Simo.
So here's Andy Simo for the Hawks. And Tolson misses outside. Fastball catches right in on the black. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wilson not wasting any time, goes in the windup, the pitch on the way, and a breaking ball that's chased. Simo finds himself in a 1-2 hole. Wilson looking for the 1-2-3 inning. He's got the Ram catcher on the ropes, goes into the line on the first base side. The 1-2 slapper, grounder over to second. Rotes takes it, routine play, throws to Brown at first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Hawks. Tolson able to bounce back after the run given up in the first, and we'll see what the bats can do. Here in the bottom of the second inning we go. You're listening to Hawks Baseball on SFMSports.net. The heart of the order coming up for the Hawks here, 4, 5, and 6. As we move into the bottom of the second inning, Hawks trailing 1-0 against the Fordham Rams. That'll be the first baseman, Marcus Brown, the right-handed hitter. Joseph Quintal hangs a breaking ball. It's slapped over to McKenzie over at short. He makes the throw to first. That'll be 1 away. A quick 1 pitch, 1 out for Joseph Quintal. He's looked pretty solid here in that starting position.
Right fielder number 20, Devin Hancock.
So Devin Hancock will come in, another right-handed batter. Hancock will have his first look at Quintal. And the righty fires in a first pitch, strike at the knees, right down the middle, called strike 1. Not wasting any time, the 0-1, this time a fastball around the toes on the dirt to the righty. That's ball 1. Decent day for Devin Hancock back in that game, but it's just a walk as the 1-1 chopped in between short and third. McKenzie takes it, throws it on the run, and safely reaching his Hancock. That was a tough play to make. McKenzie was ranging to his right, had to make the throw across his body and just couldn't get enough power onto it. So Hancock reaches and gives the Hawks their first hit of the ball game.
Third baseman number 17, Peter Jamison.
So the third baseman, Peter Jamison, another right-handed batter, will dig in. A lot of righties versus righties in this ball game. Quintal delivers the first pitch to Jamison. It's low and outside for ball 1. Jamison had a single and an RBI in that game. So a stolen base in game number 1 as the 1-0's on the way. Fastball right down the chute called strike 1. The real damage in that game number 1, as we mentioned, came, if you were with us earlier, in inning number 2 where the Hawks put up a 4 spot against the Rams. Rams were able to rattle off a couple more runs as Quintal throws over to first, checking on Hancock. But the Rams not able to come through at the last moment. Quintal comes set. It's a 1-1 on the way. And Jamison takes 2 balls, 1 strike to the third baseman. And Jamison's the first player, despite the early stages, to see a 2-ball count. As a swing and a miss from Jamison as he chased the fastball in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that game number 1. Still a solid performance from everyone around on the Hawks. And Corey Polson was able to come in after Dwayne Marshall did just enough to earn the win. And Polson comes in and picks up his first save as a Maryland Eastern Shore Hawk. As time is called. Duran Holder, the man behind the plate. Dave Turco at first base. Kyle Nickel over at third. It's our umpiring crew today. As the 2-2 in the dirt. Can't find it is Simo, and Hancock takes full advantage. He's headed over to second base. So a runner in scoring position for the Hawks, 1 down, and a full count coming on the way to Peter Jamison. And now, Quintal was moving pretty quickly, but now starting to slow things down a little bit as he's working out of the stretch. And the payoff pitch, fastball low for ball 4. And Peter Jamison's headed over to first base via the walk. There's 2 on for the Hawks with 1 down in the inning. I'll bring up the catcher, Michael Worley.
Catcher, number 37, Michael Worley.
Worley getting the catching duties here in game number 2 as the freshman from Mechanicsville, Virginia, steps in an RBI spot with 1 down in the inning. Quintal checking over at second, and the first pitch to the catcher right down the chute. Ready looks at it. For Worley, coming over from Hanover High School, won a state championship and ranked 4th in the country. Unbelievable. It's ranked number 1 for schools with less than 2,000 students as well, as the 0-1 breaking ball catches the inside corner for strike 2. And he's a 3-letter varsity player for the baseball team at Hanover High School. An 0-2 pitch coming up to Worley, and he chases one in the dirt, and it'll be out number 2 via the punch out. Second strikeout for Quintal on the afternoon, and a big one, as now it's 2 outs. Runners at first and second for Nick Rhodes in the number 8 spot.
Number 5, Nick Rhodes.
So the sophomore righty digs in to face off against Quintal for the first time today. And a first pitch breaking ball that careens toward the dirt, but Simo's able to do just enough to keep it in front of him. Hancock had a good read on it and looked like if it had gone any further, he was taken off for third. One ball, no strikes. And a fastball that skips off of Simo. Both runners will move up, and no choice. He's got to eat that one. And now runners at second and third for Rhodes. Both got a good jump on it. Simo kind of took his time to get there. Jamison looked like he was kind of halfway about whether he was going to go or not, and finally committed toward the end. A 2-0 pitch to Rhodes, a fastball missing outside. 3-ball count. After Quintal cruised through the first inning, trying to get himself out of this jam. 3-0, fastball right down the middle. For Rhodes, he's a sophomore. He was with St. Augustine's last year. He started 38 contests for the Falcons. Hit pretty solid, 305 average. Hassel will take a fastball. Strike 2. Duran Holder, our home plate umpire, ready to ring him up, maybe just a strike early. But nonetheless, it's still a full count. So another big pitch coming up here for Quintal. Bases loaded or out of the jam. What's it going to be? Payoff pitch on the way. A fastball over to second. Machado has to take it on the backhand, throw it over to first. The slide, they just are able to get Rhodes as he slides into first. A valiant effort for the second baseman, but a big out there for the Fordham Rams. They're able to keep the game where it is. 1-0 they lead as we head to the top of the third. You're listening to Hawks Baseball on SFMSports.net. So we head into the top of the third inning. Rams leading the Eastern Shore Hawks 1-0. And Justin Machado, the man who made the nice play to end the second inning, now up to the plate. That seems to be the way it always goes. And the first pitch to Machado, a flare base hit right into center field. One pitch was all he needed to see, and he's aboard, the leadoff man on.
Left fielder, number 1, Colton Snelling.
So Colton Snelling in the number 9 spot. Snelling, the sophomore from Chandler, Arizona, went to Hamilton High School. Left-handed batter. Played 31 games as a freshman, 16 starts. Decent 246 with 9 runs scored. And first pitch to him, a fastball on the outer half, strike 1. Tolson trying to work around a leadoff man aboard. Machado over at first. Shallow lead. Tolson comes set on that first base side of the rubber. Looks in, kicks the 0-1. Fastball outside for ball 1. One ball, one strike to Snelling. Tolson looking in for a long time. Finally does come set. Snelling didn't even ask for time, surprisingly. And Tolson will just throw over to first, try to keep Machado honest. Machado's 1 for 1 so far this season in stolen bases. The 1-1, Machado thought about going, got a running start, and then retreated at the last minute. Worley wisely decided to hold the ball back. 2-1 count. Machado extending his lead a little bit, foot on the corner. The 2-1, there goes Machado. The pitch hacked foul over on the left side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Seems to be the case with a lot of these Fordham players. Young, but winning a lot of state championships is... Here for Snelling, he was on the Hamilton High School team in Arizona as Tolson throws over to first. Keep an eye on Machado. Won back-to-back Division I state championships in 2016 and 2017. So another one of those players that has tasted the championship. As the 2-2 slow roller back to the mound. Tolson will run the ball over himself. Makes a nice play. Steps on the bag at first base. That'll send Snelling down and move over Machado into scoring position at second. So I flip the order over to Jake McKenzie, who struck out his first time.
Number 3, Jake McKenzie.
McKenzie take a breaking ball that goes way outside. Worley has to go retrieve it. It's 1-0, and the runner will move up in Machado at the third base. So for McKenzie, he was a multi-sport athlete at Quixote Rosemary Hall in Connecticut in baseball, basketball, and water polo. He was part of the all-tournament team as a goalie in water polo as a senior. As the 1-0, again in the dirt, but this time Worley keeping a close eye on it. It's 2-0. Two and nothing to the shortstop, Jake McKenzie. Justin Machado led off the inning with a single. He's standing over at third base, 1 down here at the top of the third inning. Rams lead the Shore 1-0. Tolson the set, and the 2-0 on the way. A flare into right field. That's going to be a base hit, and that'll score Justin Machado. And Jake McKenzie has himself an RBI single. Two to nothing game now in favor of Fordham. Trying to bounce back after that Game 1 loss.
Right fielder number 7, Alvin Melendez.
Here's Alvin Melendez. From Whitestone, New York. And runner goes. The pitch a called strike. Worley had a tough time getting the glove out of his mitt. McKenzie steals another base, his third one of the afternoon. Back in game number 1, he reached first, stole second, stole third, and then came in to score. So an 0-1 count to the righty Melendez, and time is called. Melendez in high school was listed as a utility player. Played infield, outfield. It's an all-league honor from Cardozo High School. As the 0-1 deep drive over into right field, but well foul. It's 0-2. Marty Tolson trying to work around another runner in scoring position. McKenzie a decent lead over at second. Tolson paid him no mind. The 0-2 up and in. Ball one. So both pitchers got off to a solid start, but have now tried to... Things start to slow down as the hitters are figuring things out. 1-2 from Tolson on the way. Shallow ball into right field, and it's going to tap outside toward the bullpen area, and it'll stay 1-2. Ever slight breeze pushing slightly out here at Purdue Stadium. Unfortunate after the last couple days, wind and rain, and knock on wood somewhere, it holds off. One ball, two strikes to Melendez. Tolson delivers. That ball low in the dirt. McKenzie's headed to third, and he's going to be in there safely. That one narrowly slid away from Worley, and McKenzie went off as soon as he saw that ball in the dirt and was headed for third. Two balls, two strikes to Melendez. Jake McKenzie over at third base. The 2-2 into right field hangs up enough for Hancock to make the play. McKenzie's tagging the throw, not in time. McKenzie's in there safely. That's a sacrifice fly for Alvin Melendez. Could have been a close play with the speed of McKenzie. He didn't even slide in there. The throw was coming as he was halfway down the line.
Designated hitter number 11, Justin Bardwell.
Two down in the inning, nobody on. Justin Bardwell checks in, right-handed hitter. Tolson toes to the baseball in his glove, winds, and the first pitch breaking ball, belt high, strike one. Oh, 1 pitch to Bardwell, and he hammers the ball into left field, but right at Coleman, who makes the catch to end the top of the third inning. But the Rams are able to pick up two more after a sacrifice fly from Alvin Melendez and a base hit from Jake McKenzie. We head in to the bottom of the third inning. Hawks trailing 3-0. You're listening to Hawks Baseball on SFMSports.net.
Leading off the bottom of the third for the Hawks, center fielder number 11, Brian Cordell.
Back to work here in the bottom of the third inning. Ryan Cordell, the lefty outfielder, is going to dig in to start off this inning. Hawks trailing at 3-0 against the Fordham Rams, trying to get something going. As Quintal starts a fastball high above the neck for ball one. Quintal able to pick up a little bit more runs to play around with. Well, Cordell swings and misses. Quintal comes set and fires the 1-1 pitch. Cordell fouls it back toward the mezzanine, and it's 1-2. Cordell was the hit by a pitch in that first game, where that second inning, those 2-out rallies continue to work, and will spoil another one this time off the third base side on the left. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cordell waiting. And the pitch, a nice off-speed changeup. Fluttered outside, and Cordell fans at it. It's 1 away. Third punch out of the afternoon for Quintal.
Shortstop, number 2, Dylan Oxer.
That'll flip over the lineup, and Dylan Oxer, strikeout victim his first time up. And the righty takes the first pitch right on the outside corner for strike 1. Just 4 hits between both teams here as we're in the bottom of the third inning. Quintal fires in the 0-1, and Oxer fouls it off on the left side, 0-2. The 0-2 coming up to the righty Oxer. Fastball that sails outside for ball 1. One-two pitch. This one outside again for ball 2. Oxer again getting the both starts is the 2-2 outside yet again. It's a full count. Started every game for the Hawks last year. He's the only player to do so. Started every game so far this year. The full count right down on the outside corner, and Quintal misses it. Had him right where he wanted him and let him off. Oxer's aboard via walk.
Left fielder number 25, Blake Coleman.
Checking down the line to get the signs. Grounded out to short his last time up. And the first pitch to Coleman. Smacks it down the left field line. It's going to roll all the way back to the corner at the wall. Oxer's on his horse. He's getting the wave around. He's going to score right at the plate. Bang, bang. He gets the safe sign. And it's an RBI double for Blake Coleman, and the Shore get themselves on the board 3-1. Oxer was coming around third as Snelling picked up the ball, and he gave it a decent strike as it made a bang-bang play. Oxer just getting the foot in there.
Designated hitter number 26, DJ Doherty.
So Coleman having a productive first game. Now he's got a double in this game as well. There's DJ Doherty, the designated hitter. They try to catch Coleman sleeping over at second base, but he's back in there safely. Doherty grounded back to the pitcher his first time up. Shore starting to connect a little bit offensively here in this inning. And the first pitch to Doherty inside for ball one. Tall, long look in toward the mound. Goes set in the 1-0. Big high fastball cut on and miss from Doherty. It's 1-1. JUCO transfer standstill ready to go. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tall checks over at second. The pitch on the way. Pushed into right field. The left field, excuse me. That one's going to get down. Coleman's going to be held at third base. And Eastern Shore will have runners on the corners with 1 away.
First baseman, number 42, Marcus Brown.
Of their 6 runs with 2 outs in the first game. Now they're trying to do some damage, but still 1 out. Here's Marcus Brown. Grounded out to short his first time up. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Fordham with a 3-1 lead over Eastern Shore. Marcus Brown, the righty. First pitch from Quintal. Fans at a breaking ball. It's 0-1. Brown was a tough out in the first ball game, mainly because he didn't get out. Walking 3 singles. Finds himself the 0-1 on the way. Breaking ball, a half-hearted swing, and he went 0-2. Nothing in 2 to the first baseman. Tall, trying to look for out number 2. Runners on the corners for the Shore. Coleman at third, Doherty at first. And it's a breaking ball outside for ball 1. Oxer, the run responsible. Coleman knocking him in to get the Shore on the board, 3-1. 3 hits apiece for the squads here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The 1-2 pitch, fastball outside corner, got him for strike 3. Brown didn't like the call, but he's got to make the walk back to the dugout, 2 down. 4th strikeout on the day for Quintal.
Right fielder, number 20, Devin Hancock.
Here comes Devin Hancock. Singled his first time up. Junior outfielder. First pitch, fastball at the knees, strike 1. Kind of bowed at the knees, not liking the call. Nothing in 1 to the right fielder. And they'll check over at first. Doherty back in there. Also the chance, see if they can pull off a little 2-out magic like they did in that first game. The 0-1, fanned and missed for strike 2. Coleman got about a quarter of the way down the line and retreated. Quintal was able to get out of some danger in the 2nd inning as the sun starts to peek through the clouds a little bit out here in Salisbury. A nice sight after it's been raining over here on the shore for about 3 days now. Got a little bit of snow yesterday as well. Thursday night into Friday. 0-2, and no one's paying attention to Doherty, and he's going to get hung out to dry as he was trying to go to second base. The tag's applied. Tried to be sneaky, and Quintal wasn't having any of it. So they tag him out, and the Shore squander an opportunity with runners on the corners with 1 away. But they are able to pick up a run courtesy of an RBI double from Blake Coleman. And they're on the board. 3-1 Rams lead over the Hawks as we head to the top of the 4th inning. You're listening to Shore Baseball on sfmsports.net. We head to the top of the 4th inning here for the Hawks. See what they can do on defense after TJ Doherty was, or Devin Hancock, excuse me. So we've got ourselves a good scenario. See if the Hawks can get it done defensively. First pitch from Tolson, a breaking ball sails high. 4-ball. TJ Doherty trying to get sneaky and head over to second base. Fordham not falling for it. The 1-0 from Tolson. Clubbed over to third. A fair ball down the line. It's going to be extra bases for Tarabek. And he's going to reach with a double to start off the 4th inning. So that'll bring Nick Labella up to the plate. So they're going to go out and have a chat. See whether or not that was a fair ball or not. Right down the line. It was a close play over at third base. Holloman's going to at least make his case and let his argument be known, but not something he's going to win. Nick Labella will come up as Coach Holloman still letting people know he's not happy with the call over at third. So Tolson takes a moment, stretches out, and gets ready at that first base side of the rubber. Comes set, checks over at second, and the first pitch to Labella, bunts through it, a chance to see if they can throw down. Miscommunication as both Rhodes and Oxer came over at second base trying to see if they can apply the tag to Tarabek. But he's in there safely. It's just 0-1 to Labella. A half-hearted swing through it. Nothing in one to the righty Labella. Tolson takes a long look in. The 0-1 on the way. Over towards short. Oxer's got to make a long throw over to first, and he makes it. A nice, pretty backhand play on the grounder. He's able to throw him out. Away. So here's Billy Godric. from Archbishop Spalding High School, Millersville, Maryland. A junior righty. First pitch fastball right down the chute, strike one. Tolson still working out there. 3-1 here in the top of the fourth. Chopper over to short. Oxer throws over to first in time to Brown. 2 down, but the run will score. 4-1, the Rams lead. Back-to-back plays to Oxer over at short. Terabek comes in to
Catcher,
score.
number 14, Andy Simo.
Here's the freshman catcher, Andy Simo. Right-handed batter. And the first pitch to him, a breaking ball that sails high, 1-0. Nobody on for Fordham. And the 1-0. Fly ball into center field, charging in and sliding is Cordell. He makes the catch to end the inning. A nice play for the center fielder. And the Hawks are able to get out of the top of the inning. But the Rams are able to add another one on the board, courtesy of the ground out from Billy Godric. As we head to the bottom of the fourth inning, Hawks trail 4-1 over Fordham. Listen to Hawks Baseball on SFMSports.net.
Leading off the bottom of the fourth for the Hawks, right fielder number 20, Devin Hancock.
So we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Devin Hancock going to lead things off after DJ Doherty was thrown out to end the bottom of the third. And the first pitch to Hancock, a slow worm burner into left field. Just past Terabek at third base. And the leadoff man aboard for the Shore. Good way to start it for the Hawks.
Peter Jamison.
The first leadoff man to reach in the ballgame. So that'll bring up the right-handed third baseman Peter Jamison. He walked his first time up. And a first pitch fastball catches the outer black for strike one. Quintal has gotten himself in a couple situations that he's been able to wiggle his way out of. So far, just a man on first. And There's a sharp foul ball out over on the right side, out of play, 0-2. Jameson taps the plate with his bat. Gets ready for the pitch. It's on the way, chopped and held. It's 1-2. Tolson gets the safe signal over there. Dropped the ball, but hadn't engaged the rubber yet. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Peter Jameson. A pitch on the way. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Fooled him with a breaking ball. Fifth strikeout of the afternoon. Jeff Quintal
Catcher number
picks up his
37,
first
Michael
out of the
Worley.
inning. We'll bring up the catcher, Michael Worley, right-handed hitter. First pitch, slider outside for ball 1. Worley, a strikeout victim, his first time up. The 1-0 pitch, swung and a missed for strike 1. One and one. And Hancock over at first base. Dahl steps off the... The 1-1 to Worley. A little late emergency hack, and he fouls it off on the right side. One ball, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Short trail Fordham 4-1. There goes Hancock. The pitch, a ball, and Simo eats it. Hancock is over there safely at second base.
Second baseman number 5, Nick Rhodes.
Worley out of there, and here comes Nick Rhodes. Rhodes grounded to second his first time up. Hancock over at second, and the first pitch past the glove of Taraback over at third, and they're going to hold Hancock at third base. As Snelling was there to back up, he was close and just walks it into the infield. Runners on the corners for the Hawks.
Center fielder number 11, Brian Cordell.
Here's Brian Cordell here in the number 9 spot. Struck out his first time up. Simo goes out and signals the signs to everyone. Runners on the corners, 2 down, bottom of the 4th inning. 4-1 Fordham lead over the short. Quintal starts off with a fastball low for ball 1. Hancock at third, Rhodes at first. Cornell at the plate, the left-handed hitter. 1-0, and back in there is Rhodes at first base. Rhodes a relatively shallow lead as well. He'll take a couple more steps out. 1-0, clubbed high but foul over toward the left side.
Byron fans, please turn foul balls here to the first or third base dugout. Thank you.
1 ball, 1 strike Brian Cordell. Still an opportunity for the Hawks to climb back in this thing here with 2 outs. 1-1, fastball low, ball 2. If you weren't with us for game number 1, 5 of the 6 runs the Hawks scored came with 2 outs. See if they can find some more of that here. Runners on the corners, 2-out situation. 2-1, scraped off the screen, draws even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Time's called. And Simo goes out there to relay some more signs. Cordell stands in tall. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch on the way, a breaking ball pushed over to first. Labella bodies it up and steps on first base to end the inning. The Hawks with another chance to potentially add a run, but Fordham able to quell the threat. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Score 4-1, Fordham in front. Listen to Hawks Baseball on SFMSports.net. In front. And Tolson, a first pitch breaking ball, catches the outer black for strike 1. Machado a base hit back to the 3rd inning and came around to score. Part of 2 runs in that 3rd inning for the Rams. 0-1 fastball, scraped foul off the netting. It's 0-2. See if Tolson can have a bounce back inning. Rams have put at least 1 run on board in every inning except for the 2nd. Tolson taking his time, glove over the face, works into the line. The 0-2 pitch, fastball high for ball 1. Machado, right-handed batter, digs in, and the 1-2 pitch off speed, too high though, and it's even across. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So we're trying to play some lockdown defense here in the top of the 5th. Tolson the rock, the wind, and a high fly ball deep into left center field. Cordell's underneath it, takes a couple steps over toward his right, and makes the catch, 1 away. That moves into the number 9 spot with Colton Snelling. left-handed batter.
Left fielder number 1, Colton Snelling.
The left fielder grounded out to first base his first time up. And Tolson delivers the first pitch, fastball low. One nothing pitch on the way to Snelling. This one up and in for ball 2. 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Rams. 1 run on 5 hits and 1 error for the Shore. Here in the top of the 5th, excuse me. As the 2-0 right between the hole at first and second, and Snelling is aboard with a base hit. Even at 5 hits apiece now. And back to the top of the order with Jake McKenzie. McKenzie already off to a good start here in today's doubleheader. 3 stolen bases. He had 16 last year for the Rams. Dancing over at first base was Snelling, and he almost got caught napping. Tolson threw over in that direction, but the throw was a little bit high. Tolson will throw back over in that direction. McKenzie at the plate still waiting for his first pitch. One down here in the top of the 5th inning. And the first pitch to McKenzie. He fouls that one out on the right side, out of play. So we're able to plate that 1 run back in the 3rd inning, courtesy of the Blake Coleman RBI double. Had a scoring chance in the bottom of the 4th, but couldn't capitalize. Now with 1 down, runner on first. And McKenzie will take a breaking ball in there. Strike 2. The 0-2 pitch coming up from McKenzie. Comes set. Hands at the belt. Snelling dancing over at first base, and will draw the attention of Tolson, who throws in his direction. Still an 0-2 count here to Jake McKenzie. Tolson, deep breath. Kicks and fires. The 0-2 just missing on the outside corner. McKenzie saw it cut at the last moment. Almost gave it a half-hearted swing, but kept the bat where it was. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sun's starting to peek out over the field as the fastball finishes high. Worley came up quick, ready to snap throw over to first, but he held on to it. Shadows just creeping in toward the infield. And again, a throw over towards Snelling. Two balls, 2 strikes to Jake McKenzie at the plate. 1 down in the inning here at the top of the 5th. Fordham leads the Shore 4-1. A 2-2 fastball high, ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the inning. Tolson looking for the put-out pitch. Snelling over at first. Pitch on the way. Lifted into left field. Coleman's able to make the catch. 1-2 away. Two down for the Shore. That'll bring up Alvin Melendez.
Right fielder number 7, Alvin Melendez.
Melendez ground out and a sacrifice fly to his ledger here in game number 2. Snelling taking another step over at first base. And he'll draw that attention. Snelling doesn't have a stolen base attempt at all this season. Melendez will take a pitch outside. Some soft rumblings in the Shore bullpen. There's a breaking ball lifted high up in the air toward left center. Floating up in the air, who's going to get it? And it'll be Cordell who makes the catch to end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. The Shore still trailing 4-1. Bring you some, see if the bats can wake up here as we head in to the bottom of the 5th. You're listening to Shore Baseball on SFMSports.net. Oxer going to lead us off as we're back to the top of the order. Oxer, Coleman, and Doherty, 3 for the Shore. Trailing this game against the Fordham. 2-1. Oxer 0 for 1 today with a strikeout and a walk and a run scored. Came around to score on that Blake Coleman double.
They locked that room. What do you want her to do with all that?
And the first pitch to Oxer, swung on and missed for strike 1.
Okay, thank you.
And pitch low, taken for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dylan Oxer. Tall winds and the 1-1 breaking ball at the knees, called strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff man, and chopped at the plate, but it runs foul. No action at all in that Fordham bullpen. Dahl heads into his 5th inning of work. One ball, 2 strike count coming up to Oxer. And the pitch. Fastball high, ball 2. Dahl already with a relatively successful day. 6 punch-outs to his ledger. A 2-2, fastball outside corner, got him looking. Make it strikeout number 7 for the Rams starter. He sends down Dylan Oxer via the backwards K.
Left fielder number 25, Blake Coleman.
Man responsible for the only run on the board for the Shore in game number 2. And the first pitch from Quintal in the dirt for ball 1. Coleman a pretty successful day here this afternoon. A couple of runs scored, a trio of hits, 1-0 pitch, pushed foul out of play on the right side. Bottom of the 5th inning, Rams 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and the Hawks 1 run on 5 hits and 1 error. 1-1 to Coleman. A liner into right field, but a nice play by Melendez to rob him of a hit. Able to hang up just enough for him to get in there and make the play. 2 away. A liner from Coleman, a hit that the Shore need to get any man on base they can, as that's why this game is looming.
Designated hitter number 26, DJ Doherty.
Here's the DH right-handed batter, DJ Doherty. Digs in, and the first pitch to Doherty, clubbed high up in the air towards center field, a skyscraper. Godric's waiting for it. He makes the catch for out number 3. A quick 1-2-3 inning in store for Joseph Quintal as we head to the top of the 6th. Fordham still in front, 4-1 over the Shore. Listen to Shore Baseball on SFMSports.net.
Leading off the top of the 6th inning for Fordham, designated hitter number 11, Justin Bardwell.
So we move to the top of the 6th inning. Fordham leading Eastern Shore 4-1. Justin Bardwell, the designated hitter, going to be the man up to lead us off. 3, 4, and 5 here in this inning. Bardwell a double and a flyout victim. And a first pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. Tolson was able to have a shutdown inning, at least in the 5th. And the 0-1 pitch on the way. Fastball in the dirt for ball 1. Hawks have had some scoring opportunities here in this game, just haven't been able to capitalize on them. They've been held to just that 1 run, most notably back in the 3rd inning. As that fastball finishes high Or ball 2. Third inning, they were able to pick up that 1 run, and then they were able to back it up in the 4th. Scoring chances in the 2nd and 4th as the 2-1 pitch catches the outside corner for strike 2. Back in the 2nd and 4th innings, Hawks had a runner reach third base, but just weren't able to scrape him across. 2 balls, 2 strikes coming up to Bardwell. Breaking ball that is able to just get the bat on, push out a play on the right side. Will stay even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tolson rocks and delivers the 2-2, and it's fisted foul over toward the third base line, toward the bullpen of Fordham. And we'll stay where we are. Back-to-back 2-strike pitches fouled off from Bardwell. So the battle brewing between the 2 righties, one on the mound, one in the box. Another go at the 2-2. This one fouled up directly behind the plate, but out of play. Hits the top of the netting. Make it 3 straight 2-strike pitches from Bardwell. So still some light tossing over in the Hawks bullpen. Fordham's got a couple of players walking around out there, stretching out. A 2-2 lifted high up towards center field, getting back and making the play is Cordell. He had a long way to go, and he's able to reach out and snag it for 1 away. That ball was hooking toward right center, and Cordell had to get there quickly. He's able to cover just enough ground as the ball's been hanging up in the air for most of this afternoon. Here's Matt Tarabek. And the righty will take a breaking ball at the knees for strike 1.
Batting for Fordham, third baseman number 12, Matt Tarabek.
Tolson, the wind, and the kick. And a foul ball on the right side. Nothing in 2 to the righty Tarabek. Had a double and came around to score in the 4th inning. Well, he sets outside. Tolson hits the spot, and it's over a flare toward left center. Cordell's there to make the play, 2 away. Back-to-back putouts for Cordell. I'll move us to first baseman Nick Labella. Labella had been held quiet in this game.
First baseman number 28,
will fly out on a ground out. Tolson winds, and the first pitch. Fastball right down the palm, strike 1. A 1 pitch on the way, breaking ball, a touch high. Worley tried to bring it down, but unable to do so. It's 1-1. One pitch. This one a little bit high again. 2-1. Fordham trying to see if they can find a little more insurance here at the top of the 6th. 2 outs, nobody on. And Labella clubs one into right field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. 2 out base hit for Nick Labella. Bring up Billy Godric here in the number 6 spot.
Center fielder number 32, Billy Godric.
The runner goes, the hit and run. The play made by Oxer. He throws over to first in time. And that'll do it for the top of the 6th inning. A relatively quick inning for Tolson. As we head into the bottom of the 6th inning, Fordham still in front 4-1 over the Hawks. Listen to Shore Baseball on SFMSports.net.